Hello everybody out there, my name is Mike and welcome to World's Finest Review. In this video I'll be reviewing 3 comic books, 2 from the same company and 1 from a different company. The first book I'll be reviewing will be from Dark Horse of Barbed Wire, Volume 2, Issue number 6, followed by Lara Croft and the Frozen Omen, Issue number 3. Omen, sorry, Issue number 3. And then we'll finish off with Titan Comics Johnny Red, Issue number 2. But let's go into some Dark Horse comics of Barbed Wire. Volume 2, Issue number 6.
I'm sorry, I was...
Yeah, and the artwork in this book is drawn really nicely. And really, I could just sum up this book. Like, basically...
That's the book.
Yeah, so the detective is asking Barbed Wire about Frozen Omen. You know, like saying like he's a dangerous man. And she's refusing to say that she actually saw him. But she did, because the detective's saying, you know, it's either that or... something else, like execution or that. So she was basically forced to tell, and she does. And what it is that, this was like, how many years ago was it? Well, basically it was like years ago when she was in her punk stages, where she's with a friend of hers, and this Roman guy was like Superman unstoppable and very athletic actually. He just went through people like it was nothing. And after a while, he was caught thanks to the people that were in the apartment, and they actually took him in the truck. Now, what I've been seeing as a repetitious thing, it seems like every time Barbed Wire catches somebody, some other guy wants to just say, oh, hey, I see you captured someone. Why don't we just take him in and everything? Every time she gets somewhere, and I'm like saying this has been like every issue I've been reading so far. Oh, you did it? Good. Let's take him in. So this one guy wants to take in Roman, and she just drives away and everything, and...
Who's the one guy?
What do you mean the one guy? Oh, hilarious, yeah. But, yeah, so as Barbed Wire drives away, and when Roman tries to tell her directions, it actually leads into a dead end. And Roman's not the type of guy we all thought he was, because what he does to Barbed Wire in the end might be life-threatening. As a not good ending, but that was years ago and she's alive now, so probably something happened after that. And that's to be continued in the next issue, which will be coming out in January. And the next Dark Horse book will be Lara Croft and the Frozen Omen, issue number 3. And this one seems to be a new story arc because we get into this shadow entity. By the way, the artwork is excellent, by the way. And first of all, we don't know what it is at first, but I know what it is because I've read further on into the book. So both Laura and Carter go to this museum, and well, who's this guy's name that runs the museum? If I could get his name. I didn't really trust him. What's his name? Well, basically he like runs this whole thing, and he has like this frozen...
What's his name?
No, don't you... Well, anyway, he, I think I got his name. I'm trying to... No, it's not that. Stop it. So, he runs this whole museum, and, if that stops, I mean, come on.
I'm trying to stop it.
So, he talks about the Shadow Walkers and what they are, which is from the beginning issue. And if you want to find out more about that, definitely read the whole comic issue. So they're the 2 security guards that were infected by the Shadow, and what it does is not only possess them, but it turns them into like these rock people. And with these rock people that are business, the person that I told you about, don't you freaking dare push that button. Actually,
It would be so funny.
I knew that I couldn't trust him because he basically turns into this shadow person, gets the artifact that was given to Laura and Mr. Carter, and things just don't look too good at the last page of the book.
So he becomes John Cena.
No, he doesn't become John Cena. And I really wish I could concentrate with the name, but you just have to, whatever. Anyway, the next book, if you're on there, is from Titan Comics, Johnny Red, issue number 2. And there's a lot of stuff that happens with this book, and there are lots of dialogue. Artwork is great in an interesting way. And what it talks about is Johnny Red's adventure during the war that's been going on many years ago. And I believe it was taking place at World War One. I hope I'm right, because it looks like a World War One setting. And there's just like, Red. I really like Johnny Red's character. Like, he's so, like, how could I say? It's like, his character's so interesting. It's like, you want to be friends with this guy, because he's, like, really serious, and he takes adventures to a whole lot of limits. Mind you that this is the Elder telling the story to the people that were going to purchase the plane in the last issue. So, there's a lot of stories that they're talking about Johnny Red, and if you want to find out more, definitely read the book. There is a new lieutenant that's or the commander. Is it commander, or don't you dare push that button?
I'm not pushing the button.
So I'm trying to remember it's the Falcon Squadron that actually is the new security of the whole army. Senior Major. And I really don't like this other character that was with Major, because I have to tell you that, don't you dare. I see you doing something.
Because it's just...
But he said that there's one way that they could proceed with this mission. One mission is that they would... I missed it actually. There are two plans. One is that neither Lieutenant nor himself would be as political officers. And two is that the squadron leader, Redburn, which is Johnny Red, is relieved from his duties, and the Falcons will have to go to cope without him during the war. And not many of his friends like that. And that's where it leaves off at a huge cliffhanger to be continued, because Johnny Red wasn't happy about that either. So this book was really interesting. The ratings I'll give for each of them. Barbed Wire Volume 2, issue number 6. I'll give an average read of 3 out of 5, because it's a repetitious thing that's been going on in the issues I've been reading. Lara Croft and the Frozen Omen, issue number 3, was really good. I give that between a 4.5 to 5 out of 5. And Johnny Red rating, I give a 4 out of 5. Really awesome recommendation books. But if you guys want to leave your feedbacks, if you read these books, leave it in the comment section. As always, do not forget to check out the links that are in the description. And yeah, that's about it. I'm just trying to wait to see what you're going to do.
I'm not pushing it, don't worry.
So I'm Mike with the World's Finest Review, and I'll see you guys in another video, and I'll see you guys there. Because his name is...
And his name is
I knew it. Take care, everybody. I turn off myself then.
Later.